All right, we're going to look at drawing the hinge holes now. You're going to need to determine which side is the front and which side is the back. That is totally up to you. Maybe you want this in the front and this would be the back. It doesn't matter. So if we go back to our information, it's going to tell us that our holes, okay, are going to be 5 millimeters deep, or sorry, 5 millimeters diameter, and the depth is 7.5 millimeters. So if we take a look at our box, we're going to decide where we want to draw. So I've decided this is going to be my back. And to start with, I'm just going to take a line across here to find center. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here right above, and you can go to camera standard view. That might help you out. I'm going to click top, and I'm going to move over so I can see this here. Now, depending on where your dividers are, if you have a divider in the way, you'll want to move your hinge holes accordingly. So it doesn't matter how far. I'm going to come over 1 inch from that inside edge. And then I'm going to come up all the way to the edge there. So this is going to be the center of my hole. Now I can come up to the top. Mine says rectangle right now. I'm going to make it say with that little arrow circle. All right, so as I got my circle tool, I'm going to click here. Now if I look down here in the bottom, it's telling me the radius. So if I'm going for a diameter, I got the radius right here. I'm going to have to put half of it. So I'm going to go 2.5 millimeter. Enter. That is going to be my hinge hole. Now I can erase these lines that I used for setup, and I can come to the other side and do the same thing. I'm going to come over from the center line over 1 inch and then just up to the side. I'm going to take the circle tool in the top or on the tray over here, and I'm going to draw a radius of 2.5 mm. And there that is. I'm going to erase my lines I don't need. And now I can tilt this down, and I'm going to push those down with the push-pull tool. And if you remember from the paper, it said 7.5 millimeters. So I'm going to pull it down 7.5 mm and enter. I'm going to come to the other side and do the same thing. Push-pull down 7.5 mm. Enter. All right, so that's my hinge holes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this line, my center point, over to the edge because I need to know where that center point is. Now what I'm going to do, that should be 1/4 inch because that's a 1/2 inch thick. I'm going to come down 1/4 again, which should be right there at that notch because those were 1/4. And I'm going to click those lines together. And just like on our trim that we did, we're going to have to use the push-pull tool. And so I'm going to use my push-pull tool. Not push-pull. I'm going to use my follow me tool. Follow me. And I'm going to click, and I'm going to pull that all the way across to the other side. And that eliminates that back edge. Now this will allow the trim, or the top, to flip open for us. And so if we orbit this around, you might see just a little bit of that hole there. That's fine. We can get rid of this center line in the hole. Maybe it won't let us. It's not letting us because there's a line there. That's okay. We'll just leave it like that. We've got the 45-degree chamfer or bevel on the back side, and we've got the holes drawn in place. So that's pretty much all we need to do for the box side to get ready for the hinges. Now what we're going to do is start working on the top.